we're gonna create a braided headband. So if you're curious to know how to recreate it, stay tuned till the end. For this DIY project, we will need some stretchy fabric. Basically, we'll need 3 equal sections that are bigger and 1 smaller. Basically, I have 2 already done for our braid, but I left one to show you how I'm sewing it, how I'm measuring, so you can see the wheel. But here you can make your braid bigger or smaller depending on your preference. Also, you'll need some needle and a thread that matches the fabric color, some super glue or a glue gun. Also, I'm making the measurements so you can see that everything is true and right. So now we'll grab our smaller piece of fabric. Because our headband is not that big at the ends, I decided to cut a little bit the edges of our headband fabric. Now we'll sew the edges of our cover for our headband. Don't try to make a super fancy seam. Make the simplest seam that you ever seen, because we'll cover everything later on with our braid. Seam is ready, we want to turn our cover inside out. Okay, now we'll dress up our headband by covering it with our velvet cover like that. Now make sure everything is nice and tight. If your cover is longer, make sure to cut it and sew the edges to make it tight and nice looking. Basically, half of our work is done because our headband is ready. Now we'll grab our bigger fabric, bring it into 2 like that, sew them together, making a simple, very simple seam like I'm showing here, and then turn it inside out. Now make sure the seam is backwards and then bring them 3 together like I'm showing and fix them in place with something. This is my something, you can find yours at home, what you have, and then make a simple 3-strand braid, like braiding a braid with our hair. Make sure it's nice and beautiful. finishing your braid, make sure to fix it in place as well, like that. So basically this is the braid for our headband. We will measure it to see how it will look. It's good, I like it. You can pull it a little bit to make it beautiful looking. Then you want to grab your needle and a thread and sew the edges of your braid, if you are happy, of course. If not, then redo it and then sew the edges on both sides of our braid. Okay, now our braid is ready. We are ready to glue it on, so bring it together and find the middle, measure, and then you want to glue it onto our head. First the center and then the ends. Then you want to sew the edges of your braid to your headband, like I'm showing, making sure there are no fabric sticking out, like I'm showing. Basically, it's harder to explain than to look and repeat what I'm doing here. Guys, I hope that you are inspired. Because of this virus and quarantine, we can stay at home or we can do something useful for us. So I decided, why not to make a braided headband for us, or maybe for somebody that we truly love. If you liked these kind of videos and these kind of tutorials, please let me know in comments down below. And also, I know that you are watching till this minute. This makes me so happy, you cannot imagine. We'll sew both ends, but if you have any thread sticking out, you can also glue some fabric over, but I'm happy with my results, so I'll leave it as it is. I hope that you enjoyed this idea and this DIY project. If you do, don't forget to comment down below, give me a like. Also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe to be notified every time I post a new hair tutorial. And guys, if you want and you leave me more comments here down below, then I promise you I'll have at least 1 week of everyday videos. So help me and I will thank you too, of course. But this is for today. Love you lots. Bye.